Yes, Ginger's Law.
I gave Harry some flowers and they both wished me good luck on my journey and to keep being brave.
I don't get off of the ward very much, so it was very nice to come down and be human.
It was very exciting and I just loved Megan's dress. It was so pretty.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Winnie and I love to gossip a lot. So today I am still joined with our amazing guests.
Brian,
And how are you feeling about today?
I'm feeling very good, especially when you hear those wonderful kids, get so happy, to see Harry and Meghan. You see a wonderful child saying that they loved Meghan's dress, and these kids are ill. But today you can see the smile in their faces after seeing Harry and Meghan. Even one child said that how they were happy to get out of the ward. She said to be human or to feel human
again.
It was beautiful to see, and the kind of impact that Harry and Meghan have on people that is so good, that is so nice, is really, really, I could say, heartwarming to see. But sadly, there are naysayers who cannot stand seeing the joy that Harry and Meghan bring to others because they have their own agenda against Harry and Meghan, and that is very, very sad, really.
You have said that there are people who have their own agenda, and I would love to read a comment Angela Levin posted on Twitter, and I will quote, "How extraordinary that a hospital would let ill children be out of bed and sit along with essential medical equipment in line so Harry and Meghan can spend a few seconds with each one. Was this demanded or paid for? Ditto for all the people hovering around. Is it funny it's funny and disgusting. Their children's faces are hidden." What do you think about that comment?
Angela Levin is someone who appears to be very, very confused. Angela, on her story about her own life, she's someone who, had a mother who never truly loved her. So when she sees, Archie, Lilibet, other kids being loved, she gets really, really upset.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it to, to play games or laugh at Angela Levin, but rather to understand her level of bitterness that she feels towards, other kids who are shown love and affection. And I've always said, I can't blame Angela Levin for having a mother who never loved her. What I can't blame her is for the person that she's become. And she's become someone who is honestly full of bitterness, full of deep unhappiness. Because if she had what just had at the beginning of this video, the voices of the children who are happy and joyful to have met Harry and Meghan. Who are, there's a child there, as you heard at the beginning of this video, who said that they were so happy to have left the ward.
And feel human
again and just get to meet Harry and Meghan. So Angela Levin, all those kids are happy to be there to see Harry and Meghan. They would never ever have gone there if they never ever wanted to go there, or if their parents were like, no, I don't want my child there. Then of course their child will not have been taken there, right?
Yes.
It will never have happened. But Angela here is being a hunger towards Harry and Meghan. Let's be honest, because of the heartwarming reception that Harry and Meghan have received from people in Australia who have showered Harry and Meghan with so much love and so much affection and so much support. And Harry and Meghan have been met with cheers wherever they go. And it's heartwarming to see that their smear campaign targeting Harry and Meghan has been a complete and utter failure.
And there's one thing that you have mentioned that caught my attention, was the fact that these kids they quoted what Meghan was trying to,
To
tell
tell them.
them. Like
Yeah.
there was one who said, "Be brave." Like they understand how life in the world can be, and Meghan is trying to just pour out words of encouragement
Exactly.
towards them. Like that's
Exactly.
just giving life.
Like, what's the bad thing about that?
Yeah.
What's the bad thing of that? Basically, Meghan
Yeah.
give them words of encouragement,
Encouragement,
which they
yeah.
remember
Yeah.
very, very well.
Exactly.
Megan told me this: to be brave, don't give up, be
Don't give
brave.
up, yeah.
Angela Levin, is that a bad thing
It's not.
for Megan to do? I know that you complain about everything. Megan tying a shoelace, you complain. Megan eating an avocado, you complain. Megan closing one candle, you complain. But this, to complain about a good woman bringing a smile to the face of kids who are unwell, surely, Angela Levin, do better.
Yeah.
Do better, Angela Levin. It's disgraceful
Yeah.
to see the things that you're even posting on X, one called Twitter, just because you can't stand seeing Harry and Meghan getting this good reception in Australia, when you lot was saying, oh, they'll be booed in Australia.
Yeah.
But what are we seeing?
The
We are
opposite.
seeing the opposite. We are seeing people in Australia, Australians, cheering for Harry and Meghan. We're seeing them showering Harry and Meghan with so much love and support. That's what we are seeing from members of the public who are showering Harry and Meghan with support and love. And I must say, it is heartwarming and, of course, really, really beautiful to see the love and affection that people have for Harry and Meghan. It's so immense. It's so beautiful. And don't forget that even Kate Middleton herself, for example, went to a cancer, clinic, whereby she met, other, how can I put this? Where she met, other cancer patients.
Yes.
But UK Media had no problems with that because they have access to Kate Middleton.
Yes.
But because they have no access to Harry and Meghan, they are complaining. Because let's be honest, really, if UK Media had any control or any say over Harry and Meghan's trip to Australia, then of course they would be happy. They'd be overjoyed.
True.
But they are complaining. Why? Because they have not been invited to Harry and Meghan, visit Australia, but they take themselves there, even though they know very, very well that they are unwelcomed, but they go because they want to find a way to get into Harry and Meghan's circle. Because Kate Middleton has been to a cancer clinic. You don't see, Kate Middleton, why are you going there? Why are you going there? You don't see that. You don't see those complaints. When Meghan goes to even a children's hostel, not the first time, even in LA, in her home in California, she does that, supporting kids at the LA Children's Hostel. So really, this is not really new. Meghan is doing that already. So when she does that, they complain. Even when Meghan is in our own hometown of LA, they complain when she does something good to support the kids in LA, in our own home state of California. They complain when they see Meghan doing good there, and even now they're complaining when they're seeing Meghan doing good in Australia.
Yes.
And
then this message or this whatever she's saying got me thinking. Before these kids were being in the public, the parents have already signed consent. So it's the parents had already given, or the guardians rather, had already given permission for these kids to actually have access. And I feel like it was just a joy for these kids to. The people who they see on TV, they have seen them on Netflix, to actually meet them in person. I know, like 10 years later from today, they will still remember the words that Meghan told them, like be brave, continue fighting this journey. So.
And even despite what she said, there is someone who I just saw, make a wonderful comment about this, and it's someone who is from actually the Royal Children's Hospital who was saying something, that honestly, has made me very, very happy. That I would like to share with you all. That even honestly embarrasses and humiliates, a liar like Angela Levin. So let me read you the words of Professor Christy Kilpatrick, which I believe also you, Winnie, you'll find very interesting. And honestly, it's a stunning rebuke of Angela Levin, an officer of the Order of Australia who serves as the board chair of the Royal Children's Hostel. He declared that Harry and Meghan's visit is, wait for it, a success.
Ooh, flowers.
He said that Harry and Meghan's visit is a success. And to those who are bitter, like Angela Levin, let me just read you what he said, and then also you can tell me yourself.
Okay.
If this is not a rebuke to those who are so bitter, like Angela Levin.
Yeah.
And I quote: "Look around, and you can see the crowds of people, the smiles, Angela Levin, on their faces, and what it means to them, Angela Levin. Look, everyone is absolutely delighted." Angela won't like to hear that. So you can't measure the morale boost, but it is, as he says, palpable. Christy Kilpatrick, as she says, it is palpable. Many of these patients have been here for quite some time and are often very frequent visitors to the hospital. A joy like this is wonderful for them. Even the kids, honestly, they would never speak to the media without the consent of the parents
or the guardians.
They would never have done that.
True.
It would never have happened.
Yeah.
The reporters even, they have to go and ask the guardian permission. Can I speak to them?
Yes.
That way, of course, they are given consent and they can, talk, right? They can talk to them, which is what happened here.
Yeah.
But Angela still has an issue
With that?
and a problem. Angela Levin, stop being bitter.
Yeah.
Stop being bitter and understand that regardless of your hateful vendetta against Harry and Meghan, Harry and Meghan will keep on showing up, doing good for others, and bringing a smile to other people's faces, regardless of what you say or do. That's what Harry and Meghan will keep on doing.
Yes.
And there is nothing in this world, Angela Levin, you can do to stop Harry and Meghan. There is nothing in this world you can do to stop Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, whether you like it or not. What do you think?
And I think that she has no power, has no control over this. And then also in the video, there's another eye-catching, moment that I saw, that there was a small lady, a young child who commented about the dressing of Meghan. Like, it's the small details that
truly matter. That they even remember.
Yes, that they
remember and they capture in their minds and in their heart, that they will never forget.
True.
And I'm sure that Meghan did something to, of course, bring a smile to their faces.
Yeah.
And to make them feel happy, and even giving them that morale boost. And I'm happy that Dr. Christie came out and said that this has been a complete success. UK media, you cannot twist it. Angela Levin, you cannot twist and go on TV and say, oh, it's flopping, it's failing, oh, they're being booed. Because people have seen the truth.
And the numbers don't lie.
I remember even seeing some carnival of soccer experts saying that Australia won't welcome Harry and Meghan. But instead, what are we seeing? We are actually seeing Australians coming out in large numbers and cheering for Harry and Meghan, supporting Harry and Meghan, telling Harry and Meghan, we are with you, we stand with you. And it's a lesson or a message to the UK media that whenever you go after Harry and Meghan and you think that you are turning people against them, the only thing that you are achieving or accomplishing by doing what you are doing is that you are making more people even love, sympathize or empathize with Harry and Meghan and support Harry and Meghan even more than they already support Harry and Meghan.
Yes.
So, as we even said about this visit by Harry and Meghan to Australia, we won't allow anybody to twist the narrative.
Yeah.
We won't allow anybody to lie about this visit. It has been a success.
Yeah.
We have comments from Dr. Christie, who has stood in support of Harry and Meghan, who basically is telling the naysayers and the rangers and the haters out there, listen, Harry and Meghan have given a morale boost to everyone who's here.
Yeah.
The joy in their faces, you can see it is palpable. After seeing Harry and Meghan, they're all happy.
They're all happy.
I'm sure that many people who are there even taking their phones and they're calling Mom, I met Harry and Meghan. Sis, I met Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
You know,
We're in the same flight.
even those who are being interviewed by our social media and media outlets, even they also, whenever they are, they're saying, "Oh, you know what? We met Harry and Meghan. I was sitting right next to Harry and Meghan on the plane."
True.
You know that's the influence Harry and Meghan hold.
Yeah.
And it shows you that despite the fact that the farm and media have tried to turn the public against Harry and Meghan, all these years, the public love and adore Harry and Meghan even more now more than ever. And I feel like this is what truly matters. That no matter what happens, love truly, wins.
Yeah.
That love truly wins, and that Harry and Meghan are doing really so much good for others, and they're bringing joy really wherever they go. And I feel like this is what is special, and honestly this is what truly matters in life. And to Harry and Meghan, honestly, thank you for the joy that you bring to others,
and even to the kids,
to even us at home, whether in the office. I'm sure you're happy to see the pictures, the clips, the videos, of Harry and Meghan, supporting, kids at the children's hostel. They're doing really, really many good things. And I feel like, for Harry and Meghan, because of the good that they do for others, I feel like they're even being blessed even more. Think about this. The farm and media have tried all these years and keep trying all these years to destroy Harry and Meghan, destroy their marriage, destroy their union, destroy their lives, destroy their earning capability. But what are we seeing with our own two eyes instead? We are seeing that Harry and Meghan are doing well. They are glowing. They are happy. They are overjoyed. And I feel like this is truly what matters in life. That on the ground, with the people stand with Harry and Meghan.
True.
Diana was called, the Queen of Hearts. I would say that Harry and Meghan also, are, how can I say, can I call them the King and Queen of Hearts?
Yes.
I can call Harry and Meghan that because honestly, you don't see this level of support. Even the other members of the royal family, Charles, Camilla, they were in Australia a couple of months ago. You never saw this kind of reception.
Yes.
Even you never saw the media going to the airport to go and see Charles.
Just waiting for the flight to land.
Waiting for Charles. They didn't even really care. But with Harry and Meghan, they are waiting for the flight to land because Harry and Meghan, people in Australia genuinely support them. They know who they are. They know what they've been through. And they stand in support of Harry and Meghan. And they won't let lies like Angela Levin just come in and make up as many lies as they want about Harry and Meghan and just get away with it. Also, we won't also allow it.
I remember one time we were doing a joint segment and you said, haters ain't us. Right? So I think this is just...
They hate us because they ain't us. That's the right word.
They hate us
because they ain't us. They are not us.
Yes, and the fact that just immediately the flight landed and people had already gathered. When you see like in another clip, like people had already gathered up, and just waiting for this.
For Harry and Meghan, from the airport, the hostel, everyone, everyone is just, of course, trying to catch a glimpse of Harry and Meghan. Also I think I'm gonna call my sister to ask her because she's in Australia. Have you seen Harry and Meghan? Have you seen Harry and Meghan, sister? Are you busy? Are you busy doing something? Are you gonna see Harry and Meghan? Because also she's a fan, and she must know by now that Harry and Meghan are in Australia. And she hasn't given me an invite to Australia, so I'm still waiting for an invite for her to give me an invite to Australia to go and see, even Harry and Meghan. I mean, at least I should get a phone call. I think
just an update.
I should
like
call
on the
her.
ground.
I should call her because she's in Australia and ask her, have you seen Harry and Meghan? Have you seen Harry and Meghan's sister? And I hope she can. I can be able to get to her. She's always too busy, but I hope I can be able to get to her and to ask her that question. Have you seen Harry? Have you seen Harry? Because also we are fans of Harry and Meghan. Like all my siblings basically are fans of Harry and Meghan. So we love them and we support them and that's what we'll keep on doing no matter what. And also, like, even as we try and conclude, one thing I've also loved about that video is how present
Meghan is just interacting with the kids, and Harry making sure that just everything is good, and the intentionality. I think the key words just be intentional and being present in all of
Their
this.
genuine authenticity.
That's the
They're,
word I was looking for.
they're authentic in what they're doing, and that's
Yes.
just Harry and Meghan. That's who they are.
Yes.
And thanks so much, Winnie.
Yes, you are welcome. So we have come to the end of our video. So please like, share, subscribe. We are almost reaching 500 subscribers. So please make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed. See you on the next one. And thank you, Brian, for having come here to the
Thank you
video.
for having me so much, Winnie. God bless you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.